All right, today I'll make a take it outdoors. We're making my favorite inline. It's a double-bladed French blade inline with a dress treble hook. Caught a ton of smallmouth on these and I love them. All right, we're going to start off with a closed loop at the top. So we're going to start with our round nose plier. Simply pinch it and bend it over about a 45-degree angle. Bring my round nose plier up into that angle. And now I'm just going to wrap it around here. You can see where we're at now. Bring my pliers up to the top. And now I can take my finger like this, if you can see that, and just bend it. Now I've got that. Simply pinch the loop. Around once, twice. For good measure, we'll do 3 times. Bring it around and end it so it's perpendicular to that. That way we can cut it as close as possible with our wire cutters. And I do that so this doesn't go flying off, poking me anywhere. We have a closed loop to start off. All right, so first thing we need to put on is a couple clevises, or clevises, however it's pronounced. We're doing a double blade. If you're doing a single blade, you would just need one. And let me find the other little bugger in my parts bin over here. All right, so you simply put in one side of the clevis, so it's hanging down like that, and then the other one. Now you take your 2 French blades. These are number 3, nickel plated, and you hang with the concave side towards the shaft. Okay, so you just get those clevises apart there. Hang one on one, and the other one you hang that one. Sorry, my depth perception's off here. All right, so they're now hanging like this. All right, so you take those open ends, try to pinch them together so they're close together, and you thread them onto the wire at the end. 1 and 2. Now, you want a bearing type of bead next. So what I'll do is throw on a couple of these guys. I usually put the smaller bearing on top, and then put a little bit wider one at the bottom. Of course, they're small, so they're hard to get out of the tool bin. Just finding the hole here. Sorry. People say I must sound Canadian because I'm always saying sorry because of that stereotypical portrayal. And now the second one. So we have now the 2 blades, 2 beads. What I'm using today, because I have a black tie treble, is hematite. Now, hematite is iron oxide. It's not rust. I'm not a chemist. I can't tell you exactly why it's not rust. It is one of the reasons, though, that Mars is red. And it's normally in a gray form. And I got these beads at local craft shop. And you just slide the first 8mm on. Slide the second 8mm on. And then for this size, I use a 10 millimeter as the base. Another thing about hematite is it's heavy. It's not as heavy as steel or anything like that, but it gives it a little bit more casting ability. So there we have 2 blades, 3 beads. Now to put the hook on, we need to make another closed loop. And I usually leave a fairly sized gap there. It doesn't really matter much. But I'm going to go ahead and just start off, bend, again, up, around, and then just slide my finger in there. Now, in a previous video, I tied that treble hook. I put it to use today. So that just goes up on the loop. Again, take your pliers, hold that loop, wrap it around, I'd say a good 3 times. That's 1, 2, 3, and again I ended with it being perpendicular to the loop, so I can just snip it off. There you have it. This is something I call a river gem because I use semi-precious gemstones and I use them for smallmouth in the rivers. The beads you can find in any local craft shop. The hook, number 4 Eagle Claw treble hook, you can buy those at Walmart. I bought the blades at eBay. Can't remember which seller it was. I think it's Mr. Conran or something like that. Again, number size 3, nickel plated. The wire is American fishing wire. It is their tooth-proof leader wire. Comes in a coil. When it pops off the coil, it's fairly straight. And this is their 0.024 inches size. It's a 124-pound test. So that'll hold up nicely. One thing you may want to do is add a split ring up here and a swivel. I hate snap swivels. I've lost so many lures to snap swivels giving out. Down here, if you don't have the equipment to tie a treble, like I did in my previous video, which I'll link below, you can just leave it bare or take a piece of a colored piece of straw. Just snip off a piece of straw and slide it onto the treble hook. Those like a drinking straw or even those coffee stirs. So there you go. Have a great day. And again, if you like these videos, hit subscribe and notification bell. I'll keep them coming, and hopefully I'll be taking these out in the water soon and once this winter's over. All right, tight lines.